to, well, I guess it's pretty much covering all of New England right now.
And you know, the major cities of the Northeast seeing mostly just rain, but it's enough to cause some major problems out there for travelers this morning. And even our local commute being severely impacted by this as this heavy rain leading to some street flooding, some poor drainage flooding, and you can just see all of the yellows and oranges from Hartford, Springfield, New London, Connecticut, and now extending into much of Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts. So if you're headed out here this morning, you're going to want to allow for extra travel time. Make sure to go slow. There's a lot of ponding on the roads. You can see that along 295 and 95 in the northern part of Rhode Island, all the way down through the metro area. We're seeing very heavy rain near Escoeg, and we've got some heavy downpours along 195 as well in southeastern Massachusetts. And that's just part of the story, because the winds are the other big part of this story. They've been gusting between 40 and 60 miles an hour. Started to see those strong winds in the 5 o'clock hour this morning, and they continue now. In fact, we're under a high wind warning until 1 o'clock this afternoon, but I'm envisioning that the worst of it probably winding down for us 9-10 o'clock in the morning. Doesn't mean that we couldn't see some still isolated damage or power outages. Nothing like those howling winds that we have out there right now. We're under a flood watch until 4 o'clock this afternoon. We've had this brief warm up, 50s and 60s out there right now, and for today, and we're back into highs in the 30s by tomorrow. Here's the rainfall amounts, about 1.5 inches already. Providence and Willimantic, we're just over that in Smithfield, more than 1 inch of rain now in the rain gauge in Taunton, and about 1/2 inch closer to the coastline. The wind, the rain combining to cause some trouble at our airports as expected. Major delays, some cancellations. We're talking about effects for the big northeast cities. Already 1.5 to 2 hour delays, LaGuardia and Philadelphia. And we're seeing a few delays and cancellations out of TF Green right now. 57 in Providence, 57 in Newport. It's 61 in Taunton. Worcester's now climbed into the 50s, 60s in Willimantic. Very warm air being brought in on these strong winds. These are the wind gusts at the top of the hour, and you can see these winds between 30 and 40 miles an hour, but it's those isolated gusts that we're seeing between 40 and 60 miles an hour that are causing the wind damage, and that's in the forecast here. This is a futurecast model showing wind gust potential, and will go out over the rest of the morning, and still some 40 and 50 mile an hour wind gusts next few hours, but by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the strongest winds will be through southern New England, and we're going to see just a blustery wind as we head into the end of the day. Windswept rain for the morning commute. Big red light here, trying to travel right now. It gets a little better this evening. We'll give a yellow caution light as some showers still continuing to fall. The center of our storm through northern New Jersey right now will race up into New England. You can see where the snow is on the northern and western side, and they even had snow into parts of Georgia this morning. For us, we're talking rain, and that extends all the way up now into northern New England. Just a few pockets of sleet and freezing rain well up to our north. Here's the future cast. So round 1 of rain moving through here this morning, and we may see a little bit of a lull, but there's more showers that track up from the south, so we keep rain in the forecast into the late afternoon and early evening before we finally dry things out. The temperatures will fall overnight, late tonight, and we'll have time to dry out before this happens, but we will fall below freezing into the upper 20s, and we'll have a tough time recovering for your Thursday afternoon. Again, only looking at highs in the mid 30s for your Thanksgiving day. So 7-day futurecast. We've got a wild morning underway here with the rain and the wind that we're seeing through our area this morning. Travel conditions again expected to improve through the afternoon and evening. Black Friday plans, looking at dry, chilly conditions. Temperatures at 6 a.m. near 21, 32 at noontime, still in the lower 30s at 6 o'clock in the evening. Dry skies after today. We're storm free for much of the weekend. May see a few showers by Sunday afternoon or evening. Make sure check in on our website.